Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you okay? In your neck of the
When we dry them up, too cold. No go too deep, you know. Yeah, you have to watch Joe, you know. Our troops, see there? Apple cider vinegar and our troops. Come up right, make them get saturated in the gravy and all of that.
On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you a very popular, so loved Jamaican breakfast. It's just so common. People love it. I don't know why, but it's loved a lot by adults and kids. And I know some people, when you see what I'm doing, will say, I've done a Jamaica alone, but yeah, I think Jamaicans do it more than everywhere else, you know. Oh, they pair the stuff that I'm gonna use, or we pair it together. And let me pause here to say special thanks to my patrons that have been making that page possible. And if you're here on this video and you'd like to become a member of my Patreon, in the description of this and all my other videos and lives, there will be a link to the page. Thank you. Now I'm gonna be showing you how it's eggs, frankfurters, if you want to call it sausages, plantain, and mind you, most people like the plantain this ripe, overly ripe, when all that nice sweetness is coming out of it, and when you fry it, you get that just yumminess. Hard dough bread must be, and butter. So we need eggs, frankfurters. These are chicken, and these have been thawed, and I have pat dried them. Ripe plantain. I am not a fan of the overly ripe one though, but a lot of people, they like it when it's like actually really ripe. You see, they go to buy, and when they want to make this breakfast, they request the overly ripe one. So it is whether you want to use what's that thing, whole wheat, white bread, whatever, and plantain, frankfurters, eggs. You gotta have butter to put on that bread. I'll catch you in the next clip putting it together. So I have 2 frying pans, one small, one medium, and I'll be going here. Now for me, the plantain, you're gonna need a little oil, so I'm gonna do the plantain and the eggs in this one. Not a lot though. I think that's okay for now. And a lot of people really not gonna do the frankfurter as how I do it, but I like to do the frankfurter like this. So I'm preheating my skillet. For this will be the plantain, so I'll do the egg first, the plantains first, and then I'll do the eggs. This now, I'm gonna be putting it on the low, and I'm gonna be using it for the frankfurters. So I have my frankfurters, so I want to give it like, you know, these kind of little slices, so when it cooks it will come right out. So I'll just put the 3 of them in there on the low heat. This doesn't need oil. These things are made with a lot of grease and, you know, pieces chicken, and you know the works are how some of these things are made. So a lot of people slice it down straight into and fry, but I like to do it this way. Some people boil. I honestly am not a fan of the boiled one, but to each of us are very whole. So I'm gonna put it there with no oil, and I'm gonna be covering the frankfurters. Those are on the low. I'll really pay attention to them. So that doesn't mean that you have to do yours that way. Okay, you don't have to do yours that way. I'm just showing you how I do mine, because as I said before, a huge percentage of people will slit it down straight and fry it from one side to the other. Now let's get our plantain going. Snip off the head there, snip off the head there. You must always have your plantains washed before you come to do it like this. My stove is like, don't want it too high because they'll burn. So I'll show you how ripe this plantain is. This is how ripe. A lot of people love it, but try remember to remove these little strips. I don't know if a lot of people do it, but these strips, I do remove them. I don't like having them. The banana, ripe banana has it too, and when we eat ripe banana, we peel it off. So I'm going to remove them strips here. This is how they look. I like to remove these and return. And I'm slicing now. I like to, this is overly ripe, Yeah, but I'm trying my best. Yeah. And sometimes when they are overly ripe, they have some little bad parts. I'll show you. Depending on if I did what kind of planting. So you see like this? You see right there? You know, you take off the little part there. Okay? Okay. So my oil there is like being heated. I'm not using olive oil because at this point they suck up a lot of the oil. So if you don't want to use your hands the way you want to, use tongue, use gloves, whatever you want to use. I'm using my hands. This is the kitchen. My hands are clean. So, and I know most of these things you're supposed to use your hands. It helps you to go and handle yourself better. But for people who are into latex gloves, you know, most of these days everybody goes, where's the gloves? But this is just me. So, you know, my motto is, do you, be you. So I'm going to be frying it off just like this. I don't want too much of an eye eat as my frankfurters, they start cooking. I like to do it like this. So I think you see as they start cooking, that sheen that is coming out on them. Yeah. I mean, also somebody are going to say, this will look a bit of breakfast video. It's going to take a little time, but it doesn't matter because you see those sheen coming out because they are made with lots and lots of little pieces of meat that has grease. So I like to do it. You remember you saw me put it in this pot. And it doesn't have to be a non-stick pot. It can be any pot as long as you let it properly heat it because they have enough grease to sustain themselves in the pot. So they're cooking away. I want to pay these plantain some mind. These ripe sweet plantain. You guys say sweet plantain, but in Jamaica we say ripe plantain. Yeah. You don't want to fry it too high and too much of an eye. This is full with a lot of sugar, a lot of natural sweetness, yumminess. Some people fry it until they're all like black, only for have dark color. I'm not gonna do that. You do you. The idea of this video is to show you this so loved, popular Jamaican breakfast. Now there is a little end part. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my knife, my fork, to smash it a bit. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, so it becomes flat as the others. A little thing for you when you reach to the end of the plantain at here. So my plantain is there, and I'm gonna fry them until they're all to my liking with all of that nice, yummy, natural sweetness coming out, and then I'll turn to the eggs when you see me in the next clip. Okay, sweet plantains finished, and remember, you do it to suit you. We're gonna be going in with our eggs. Make sure your thing is clean, so you know have no olive or nothing for, you know, plantain thing, sugary thing from the plantain. So at this point now, you fry your eggs also to your liking. Some people, I'm trying to get 3 in here. Some people like their eggs fried, crispy, crunchy. You can't take that from them. They don't like their eggs fried like soft, and they just like to the edge there. No, they don't really like that. So I'm getting 3 eggs in there. You do you. Okay, over here our sausages are ready, and I'm just gonna lift them off. You see how them bloat? Yeah, right. So they're well cooked and all the cores are opening up. So that's how I do my sausages. I don't know why we get them so fat after a time, can you say? So we're gonna put a little sprinkle of salt and the black pepper on our eggs. So my eggs are steaming, cooking away. I've removed my sausages here. I'm keeping it on the stove top to keep it warm. I'm showing you how you can prepare it as like a platter for your family. Kids, most kids, if you have kids most of the time. Put it to the center of the table. Take your little side plate, each one, and they can serve themselves from there. That is a real good tip for a busy mommy. Okay, so you keep it on the stove to let it keep on. Now, if you want to make bread, yeah, nicely buttered bread, we always use it. Clean hands, my hands are clean, But suppose you feel like you want to go get some latex gloves to do yours. You know, do the thing. In my household, they never eat this. I'm the only one who does. If that happens in your household, tell me. I like a good slice of bread with some butter. People might have something different to say. No, I don't like, no Debbie, not so much butter. But for me, I eat dry bread, And if I eat bread and butter, I'm just having bread and butter. Okay, so I'm gonna be making 3 slices of bread. Yeah, buttered. Any butter, no really matter. Any butter you have, or that your specific butter. People have their preferred choices. I am the woman that use what I have. I don't try to put myself. Wow, did I go wrong here? Did I not try to? Okay, let's try to pair these slices of bread and butter. I'm gonna do that, come back, and I'll be finishing up. Okay, so my eggs are through. Yeah, so as I say, you know, you do your egg how you want it. Some people love them eggs really done with like to the edge there, all fried and all with that thing there to the edge. You know this slight little thing there? Yeah, if you want your eggs so, do your eggs so. This is more like, you know, like a poach. The yolk is firm but still running on the inside. So I'm making a Saturday morning platter for my family. Okay, now we have here the great bread and butter. Try to remember how to put the bread in. Not do like somebody just do a while ago. And if we have any, do we have any ketchup police in the house, Dad? Not sure. But if we do, they're gonna come for me. So I am not the best person when it comes to this. Camera girl is. But you know, we always do this. And if you want to put it on your eggs, you put it on your eggs. Okay? So let us get our bread all cut. You always want a serrated knife to cut your bread the right way. And you know, most of the time, this is the cut, the diagonal cut. Yep. So we got our bread in batter. And this can be for 1, 2, this can be for 4 people. But you need an additional sausage and an additional egg. Let me clean up and come back. This is the whole idea of this so loved Jamaican breakfast. People use it a lot. As I said, people do it different. Some people gonna slit their sausage down and they are gonna fry it from side to side. That is okay. Some people gonna cut it up and kind of stew it down, fry it, because depending on how they like it. Some people, even adults, they do it like kids. Some people gonna fry them egg, as I tell you, love them egg fried till around the egg crispy and crunchy, and that is how some people like it. They cannot really eat an egg like this. That is fine. Do you? That's how you want it. Suit your palate, your bread and butter. And for the people who are on a direct, like, balanced diet, you may want to add some fruits, a cup of hot mint tea. In Jamaica we use hot beverages, or coffee, chocolate, whatever you want. If you prefer cold beverage, a glass of orange juice would be fine with that. And as I said, some fruits, a glass of water could be fine. Tell me what you know about the Jamaican breakfast here. When last have you made this for your family? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Tell me how you like your frankfurter. Tell me how you like your egg. Tell me if you like your plantains all right to the core. You can make a sandwich, you can take a egg, you can take a frankfurter, you can use few slices of plantain, put in between 2 pieces of bread. I will probably Jamaican, that's how I like the thing. Thanks for the love, thanks for the support. Remember to be you, do you. Most of all, love you, do your food any way you want to. It's your food, it's your palate, suit yourself. In the description of this and all my other videos and lives, there will be the link to my PayPal, my Patreon, to my Zelle, Cash App, email, you know all of it. And also, in addition, I have a number that you can get on to me for something business-like, but for no hanky-panky reasons. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you so think it deserves it. Remember to make sure you're subscribed. In order to do that, you've got to press the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and most of all, don't forget to press the option that says all.